What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ad Fernandez once again bringing you guys a tutorial. This tutorial is going to be a very simple tutorial, nothing off the top. We're pretty much going to put the size on a 1 to a 1.5 on the top area. We're going to taper the size to skin, also the back area of the neck. We're going to do some beard work and also beard enhancement. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys around. Alright guys, so pretty much I'm going to be using the Andes Masters on the close position with the number 1 guard, and I'm going to go throughout the head a little higher than the temple peak point. After that we're just going to start blending the top side of it. So number 1, close position throughout the head. So now I'm gonna open the Masters all the way up with the steel number 1 guard on it. This would be a 1.5, and we're gonna work the top area that you see dark there. So still using number 1 guard, we're gonna close the Andes Master on a halfway position, and we're gonna work the line that we created with the 1, and where we stop with the number 1 all the way close. We're gonna work that area with the Masters halfway open, and then you could also work the level. You use the corners of the clipper or the blade itself to achieve a better blend, and we're gonna do this throughout the head. Okay, since I'm already here, while the client is still leaning up, I like to take down, if he's gonna take down the beard down, here I'm gonna be using the 1.5 all the way across the beard. We're just gonna take it down. I like to do it while the client is still sitting down, because if you're leaning back and then start taking the beard off, it's gonna go all over his face. So I'd rather do it while he's still sitting down and not back. Alright, so now I'm going to be using the Andes T outline, the cordless one, and we're going to start taper the side of the ear area along with the beard. We're going to fade the beard into it, and we're going to taper the side of it as well. I like to pretty much create the first guideline almost to the corner of the temple peak point on the top. Now, switching back to the Andes Masters, on the open position, I like to start right where the ear loop is, to start there with the Masters open, which is almost to a 1, and create our second guideline. After that, we're gonna keep closing the Andes Master using the notches on the side where the lever is, and keep fading, closing it little by little until it's completely closed and you achieve a better blend. Now keep in mind, always try, when it's darker hairs, use the corners of the blade itself to achieve a better blend. This is gonna help you a lot. And it's also very handy to always have a brush in your hand. So now we're gonna use the 0 guard, and we're gonna close the Masters about halfway, and we're gonna keep working the way on the top and towards the beard on the bottom. Now keep in mind, the notches is what's gonna make the blade go higher or lower. So use the notches. You could close it a little bit more to get a better blend towards the top, or open it a little bit more to get a better blend towards the bottom in the beard or the top of the area. All right, so we're gonna use the same steps that we just finished using to taper on the ear area. We also gonna do that on the other side. And the same steps again, we're gonna use on the back area of the neck. Just follow the same steps so you don't get lost. Okay, here I'm gonna switch back to the T outline by Andes, the coreless ones. And we're gonna start creating our outline that we are later gonna clean with the blade and shaving gel. So we're gonna do this throughout the head, the neck area. We're gonna do the beard, outline the beard. We're gonna outline the front of the head as well. All right, so since this particular client did not want to cut the top of the hair, we got to make sure that we brush whatever little hairs are in the front area of the forehead down, so we could start edging that carefully and not cutting the long hair that he doesn't want to take off, neither pushing the hairline back. Okay, so when I'm creating the line on the bottom of the beard, I like to start right in the middle and then working the way towards the outside, whether it's on the left or the right side. Always be careful on the Adam's apple, especially if you zero gap your T outlines. It's a very sensitive area, so I like to get the skin and kind of push the skin towards the side and then edge it on the side of it, not right on top of the Adam's apple. This is a good technique so you don't end up cutting your client on the bottom. That's a very sensitive area. So now I'm gonna be using the Andes Pro Foil Shaver just to clean up what we clean with the TL liners first. So we're just gonna shave that area. We're also gonna shave the area where we did on the side of the temple peak and also on the back of the neck area, a little towards the end of the cut. If you wanna wait towards the back of the area, that's also fine. So now I'm using the Parker razor with a prime blade on it and 245 shaving gel just to clean up the areas that we did with the T outline first. I like to stretch the skin just a little bit, not too much, but just enough so where it's a little bit more tense, so it's easier for you to see the area that you are cleaning up with the razor. All right, so now we're gonna be enhancement, putting a little bit of enhancement on the line area of the beard. And I like to be using a little brush just like this. This one is by Oyster, but you could use whatever brush and make sure that it's flat enough. I like this one because it's wider, so it covers a little area. And all we're doing pretty much is like you see on the video, we're just putting it lightly, not pressing hard, but kind of going towards the line a little bit like this, and then brushing it down like you see in there. So pretty much I'm using Kiss Express, and I put Kiss Express on a business card, and I just pretty much tapping a little bit of the brush like this, just moisturizing the tips of it. And all we're doing is just the line area of it and brushing it down as desired to achieve that enhancement, that it looks like the line is completely, you know, full in another way, another expression. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As always, it's my pleasure to come up with new ideas on how to teach you guys. If you guys have any comments, please down below. I'll be happy to answer those. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn that notification to on so you don't miss out on the next tutorial. This is a final product. You could always follow me on IG as well, A_B_Fernandez. I'll see you guys around.